welcome to Basketball Talk Pro. I'm Ron Ekker. Today, as the subject in your email mentioned, we want to talk to you about drills, running drills, coaching drills. What kind of drills? There seems to be a tremendous amount of interest, apparently by coaches, for drills. I'm surprised at there's a magazine that goes to high school coaches, and it's all drills, one drill after another. Power drills, monster drills, dynamite drills. It's like drills have some magic that's going to transform your team, transform your winning and losing. I'd beware of that. Please use some judgment with all of these drills. A lot of times they're just put out there for sales purposes. Some coaches want recognition for their drills. Be very careful how you select and what you use. And I think I can honestly say this, that the same drill can be used by one coach and get a lot out of it. The same drill can be used by another coach and get nothing out of it. Pay more attention to the execution of the drills, to the preparation of the drill, to the presentations of the drills, because this is really what separates one coach from another. It's basically in the coaching that has the most importance in your success of running a drill. And I think you need to be aware too of the elements of a drill. And I'd like to talk to you about 4 of them that I think you should test any drill, your own, others, against. There's 4 things, 4 elements I think any drill requires. 1 is a purpose. Specifically, what are you running the drill for? What do you hope to achieve? And its relation to what your system is. Is it a drill that is just a drill, or is it a drill that helps your team come closer to its goals? Drills should be simple. Complex drills are very difficult for players to learn. Keep the things simple. Players learn better, learn quicker, learn more effectively, and repetition. Players need the opportunity to go over drills over and over and over again so that they make these skills automatic, that rely on no thinking under game conditions. So test your drills against those 4 elements. I think you'll come away with a better look at how these drills can help you. Let me just throw out an example, and I'm not picking on a drill, but there's one drill I see people run a lot. And if I were to ask for your hands to be raised if you run it, I'm quite sure it'd be a high percentage of the people that are watching this show. It's that fast break drill, 3 versus 2 on one end, 2 versus 1 on the other end. Test that against those 4 elements. And if you can honestly say it reaches those elements, then I would ask you to do this. Get 5 films. Get a piece of paper and a pencil. And every time you see your team run a 3 versus 2 or a 2 versus 1 in a game, make a hash mark. But then also make a hash mark for every fast break you run in a game where it isn't a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1. Now I've done that. I think you'll find that it's almost 5-to-1 that you do not run a 3 versus 2 or a 2 versus 1 on your fast breaks. They come in all forms and in all situations. So if that's true, then maybe that isn't the right drill. It doesn't relate to what you're doing. It doesn't relate to what happens on the floor. I think that you'll find that, and I think you'll find it in a lot of the drills. So as I said before, be careful. Now I want to try to help with this situation, and on the top you'll see a statement. It says, "But please don't mistake the word for the practice." And I don't want to defy that. I'm not going to just give you words. What I want to do next is show you a way that you can prepare yourself for a drill. It's a simple form. It isn't so simple to do, but the format is very simple. And I'm going to show you that and how it can bring some clear thinking to you and make it more easy for you to go out on that floor and run that drill and make it work and get a lot out of it. Get out of it what you want out of it. And I'm not going to stop there, though. I'll take the next step from the form, and that is to take that drill. It's a 2-on-2 overplay drill. To take that drill out on the floor and coach it. And but it's going to take 2 phases, 2 segments. So we'll do the talking in this segment, but in the next segment, phase 2, we will take that 2 versus 2 overplay drill out on the floor, present it to the players, and have live college players run that drill. So now let's take the next jump, and that is to take a look at what we think is a sensible form for preparing your drills. Well, this is our 2 versus 2 overplay drill, and I just want to walk you through the procedure. We don't have time to go carefully over all of the words, but first of all, when I do this, I usually do it on just a yellow pad, by the way, because then I can keep all the plays together in that one pad, and I just like the feeling of writing it. But we always diagram the drill that we're going to present to the players. But the first 2 things are the key things. Purpose. What is the purpose of your drill? And this is where I have a problem with many drills. There is no purpose. At least there isn't a purpose that relates to what you're doing. And our purpose is very simple: to define and learn the overplay positions and techniques of wing overplay, and to learn our method of overplay of a weak side cutter to the strong side post-up. This is something that those 2 things happen all the time in a game. Now, how does it relate? Well, it relates to what we call the ball line defense. These 2 overplays are essential to that ball line defense. We try to force the wing out to the top, actually out in this area, because you see here he is just about in that area. The length of the distance to the pass makes it very easy for this man to get on the side and stop that pass. It's too far out to really drive. He doesn't going to shoot from there out very often if you're defending him. But here you see he's lined up on the free throw line. Now that pass is fairly short and can be very quick. This is one of the techniques that we, and the purpose of relating to this particular drill. Then, in the long thing that you will have to do is the description. You describe everything that you want to do. Like the first one is players should match up the best they can to size and position. Then offensive players line up deep in the on the floor, and the overplay people always must be a step ahead. We really are enthusiastic about that. It's very adamant in our overplay system. So then you can go down. I'm not going to go through all the points. If you want them, you can email me, and I'll give you just exactly what's on the computer here. So we're finished. We have quite a few things that we have to talk about in the description. We go through it. We write it down so that we know it. When I write those things down, I remember them. It might not be. I may not remember them right off the bat, but as we drill, I remember each one, and I don't have to have a card or I don't have to have crib notes on the floor. I have it in my mind. And then the last thing that we ask, we put into our plan is the coaching points. Key coaching points. The correct overplay position on the strong side is one of the real coaching points we're looking at. At least one stride closer to the ball than the offensive player, and he should be at an angle so he can see both ball and man, and so on down the list. And again, I just don't feel we have the time to go through this step by step, but it's in my book, by the way, and you're welcome to email me, and I will attach an email to you with this very description. So that's how we plan our drills. Now, after years, I mean, I ran this drill for 25 years, but I still, every time I go through it like this, I want to walk on the floor knowing I know how to present this drill, and I know how to correct it, and I know what to look for. So it becomes important to me to have it in a written form, even though I handwrite it when I'm actually doing the coaching. So that's it. We'll go on and show you now the drill on the floor. Well, what I want to caution you about on that working with a form is that it can be your form. I think, though, that the things that I highlighted in bold, purpose, relationship, and then the description of the play carefully done, and then the coaching points will prepare you to present the drill to your players correctly and to use that drill for some time. Really, you can use it as much as you want to. But remember, that drill was designed for the defense that I run. You may be running a different defense, but the form, the procedure of carefully making sure that your drill has a purpose, a specific purpose, and that purpose has to relate to the defense you're running or the offense you're running. And remember, simplicity cuts down the learning that players have to be involved in. And this makes execution much more simple and more easily attained. And repetition is what makes it automatic. If you're going to have players react automatically in a game with quickness, you must spend hours of repetition. And that means that you stay with something. You don't change because it may seem like it's not working as well. Well, the next phase is in the next segment, we will go on the floor with this 2-on-2 drill. And I think you'll see that the points we make to the players and the corrections we make relate well to the points that we put down on that piece of paper, because we now are really taking it on the floor where it counts. So that's it for this time, but the next segment will be a video of the actual teaching of the 2-on-2 drill and showing how the work that we did in preparation relates to what we do on the floor. See you next time. Thank you.